Great energy tonight, and we talked about it before we got loose today. We just decided for the next couple of days we're just going to celebrate the game that we love. We're going to celebrate each other. We're going to celebrate our relationships. We're going to celebrate. We had a couple birthdays on the team. We're going to celebrate our seniors. We have an end of the year banquet tomorrow night. We're just going to, for the next 2 days, we're just going to celebrate Bronco baseball. And things didn't turn out the way we'd hoped this year. We didn't reach our goals, but I thought, considering all the adversity we had, our guys fought through. Played hard all the way through the end, and we didn't quite get there. But that doesn't mean we can't celebrate all the hard work and all the relationships and everything else. So,
how disappointing is it as a coach when you know you have a ton of talent on the team, and then you go through a period where it seems like everybody's getting hurt left and right, earlier in the year, and trying to have to battle through that, and you're not meeting the goals that you have for a season?
Yeah, I think high expectations, especially after that opening weekend against Vanderbilt. Expectations went through the roof, and that was good for us. It was good for the program to go through that. But then you combine the high expectations with all the injuries, especially on the mound. That was just tough to overcome. But we're really, over the last 2 weeks, have been trying to celebrate all the small victories. We've had a freshman that threw today who wasn't even supposed to be a guy for us at all this year, and now he's our Saturday starter down the stretch, and just threw a great ball game tonight. We have our closer now throwing on Friday night, which gave another guy an opportunity to close, and he already has 2 wins and 5 saves in the last 3 weeks. So, we're just trying to celebrate all the small victories. There's been a lot of adversity, but we're choosing to focus on all the things that have gone well. The program is going in a great direction. We faced some adversity. We didn't have the kind of year we wanted, but we do think that things are going in a great direction. We're excited for the future.
And sometimes when you have a season like this where you have injuries where young guys have to play, it can really benefit you next year. I know you're going to lose some guys in the middle of the lineup particularly, but looking at forward a little bit, are you excited about the potential there? I mean, because similar to kind of UCLA last year, they had to throw a number of guys in there because of injuries, and those are the guys that are producing for them this year, and they're number 3 team in the country. Do you see possibly a similar type of thing there?
Yeah, there's no question. The experience has been invaluable. We had 12 guys that are new to the program that played an impact role this year, and they got to travel to Vanderbilt and to TCU and to K-State, not to mention our conference, which is obviously pretty tough, midweeks against Stanford. We had a great midweek locally. We won all our midweek games locally, and so these guys are learning to compete and to win at this level, and considering the schedule we had, I don't think too many people are excited about a 500 record, but if you think about where the program was and how tough the schedule was and how much adversity we had and all the new guys, chance to finish the season at 500 tomorrow, it's something to play for. So again, we're just trying to celebrate the small victories and just kind of make the best of what we're dealing with.
And one of the things I love about your team is them sprinting in and out of the dugout. Tell me just kind of the thought process behind that, having that tentative when you're on the field, you're going to be hustling.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things, and it's a little bit cliche, but one of our deals is, hustle is mental conditioning. If you have a bad at bat, and you just sprint out to your position, it's just hard to be in a bad place when you just hustled somewhere. So for us, hustle is mental conditioning. That's one thing. That's just kind of a coach deal, coach speak type thing, but our guys embrace it. And then the other thing is there's a mentality. We're going to sprint on the field. We're going to pump strikes. We're going to make plays. We're going to get and sprint off the field and then just hit for 20 minutes. That's kind of the deal. Like, we're going to be on the field for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're going to sprint in here and we're going to hit for 20, 30 minutes. That's kind of, we joke around. That's our mentality. And, we're not allowed to look at a glove or pick up a ball until there's 3 outs, because we theoretically could hit for an hour if we wanted to, right? So those are the kind of mentalities we have. And, some people think they're kind of hokey, but we don't care. That's kind of our deal. And we like to embrace those types of things, those types of mentalities. And I think it keeps our guys fresh and competitive. Our guys compete hard, and we think that's a key part of building the program, is just being real competitive every day.
And tell me a little bit about Jose Vizcaino Jr. At shortstop for you. He got nicked up a little bit early in the season, but came back strong when he got healthy. What did you kind of see out of him, as the season progressed, and when his name started getting mentioned a little bit more? Sometimes guys hear that and the play starts to suffer, but it didn't seem like that happened at all for him.
Yeah, I mean, Jose's been through it all this year. It's been great for him. It's going to be an unbelievable learning year for him. Whether he ends up going and playing next year or whether he comes back here, this year is a year he's going to look back and just say how invaluable it was for him and his growth as a player and as a human being. Tons of attention on him, cross-checkers and general managers coming out early. He was literally lighting up every ballpark he was playing in there for about 3 or 4 weeks, and everyone was buzzing about it. So, with that comes a tremendous amount of expectation, and now all of a sudden the team's relying on him playing well. And so then when he gets hurt in the 3rd week of the season, now this team's got to figure out how they're going to get some energy without him. So that was our first taste of adversity, but then he came back and things maybe weren't as smooth as he had hoped after 2 weeks off. That's hard to overcome. So so he's still finding his way and he's developing as a ball player. I always think it's amazing how many people think a player like that should just be perfect every day. Should make every play. He should find every barrelhead. It's just not realistic. I mean, we're talking about someone who's growing into a big-time player, not someone who's a big-time player right now. So yeah, I'm really excited for Jose, and I think as tough as this year has been for him at times, today's a perfect example. He made some really bad plays defensively, threw some balls away, but for the third time in the last 6 games, came up with a big hit in the 9th inning, ended up winning us a ball game. So, I think this year is going to be great for Jose. I think it's going to be a year he definitely looks back on and says that's one of the best, most important years of my development career. So.